The only thing that I would say when it comes to purchasing leads, this is really geared more towards some of our listeners who are newer in the real estate market in general, is always look for references. Find someone else who has used that service, even if you have to go to
Hmm.
another market, to find someone who's used that service before you make a commitment, because some of these lead generation services are very expensive, and many of them don't generate or don't do as promised, I would say. And so I think doing your homework is critical when you're assigning such a large portion of your budget potentially to lead gen. You want to have a good source. So.
Yep, absolutely.
I would also say you have to make the commitment of the time, because those leads that come in,
Mhm.
they aren't necessarily going to buy in the first week or in the first month or in the first year. And you have to make the commitment of time. If you're new in the industry, it's a great way to build your database, because as long as you're going to work the database. I mentioned that we have weekly telephone calls because we're following up on, are you working your leads? Are you working your prospects? And some of those prospects have been on 2 or 3 years, and they then will sometimes come through, and maybe it comes through and it's a $5 million house.
Yep.
Maybe it's a $500,000 house, but it still comes through eventually. And it's surprising how often some of those prospects that you're following up with consistently and they don't respond, they aren't answering the call, they're not responding to the text, but they know you're calling, and then you'll hear that someone referred you and it's the person you've been calling that hasn't been responding.